Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popturn. It's been to Alisha and Charlie about Matilda the Musical, which is streaming now worldwide on Netflix. Thank you both for your time. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I mean, this is really exciting. I mean, I have some questions specifically for both of you, but this is where both of you we're going to start. We'll start with Alisha. I mean, you know, a lot of source material. There's the movie that came out in 1996. There's the musical. Everyone knows about Matilda. What was it like for you when you were actually cast for the movie that was going to be on Netflix, Alisha?
Well, when I did my first audition, it was just like a self-tape. And when my mum told me about it, I was really excited. But of course, I knew that there was going to be many auditions and a lot of kids that were going to be auditioning. So I didn't want to get my hopes up because I knew that incredible kids were going to be auditioning too. And so I was just going to see how it went. And then I did some more over kind of like the whole year. And then my last one that I did, and when I got the part, it was on my mum's birthday, the 10th of December. So Perfect. When I got the part, my whole family was there and my sister recorded it. And I just burst into tears because I was shocked, and I think my whole family was shocked. And then when after we did the call, we all just kind of looked at each other like, what do we do now? We couldn't really believe it. Even afterwards, but I was so grateful because I knew how many incredible kids had auditioned, and I was just so excited to get started.
Absolutely. Charlie, what can you tell me about finding out that you were cast for Bruce? I just want to know about that specifically.
Well, I had to do a lot of auditions, and it's a massive opportunity, and I love the book and the musical, and I was just so excited to find out that I was Bruce because it's a big opportunity for me. And I loved playing Bruce. He was such a cool character. And,
next segue, I mean, everyone's talking about a lot of things. I mean, eating the chocolate cake, I think, is a scene that people are, talking about a lot. And I'm sure you've been asked this before, Charlie, but we have to ask on Popternative here. Did you get to eat a lot of the cake? Was there some shots where it wasn't a cake? What can you tell me about the chocolate cake?
Well, so most of it was real, but some of it wasn't. And I definitely didn't eat as much as it looks like I did.
Okay.
It was a very nice cake, and I got to pick it.
That's so awesome. Did you have to because there's obviously the source material from the movie and the musical, but you just kind of just went in and did your thing with the cake, right? You didn't really think much about it?
No, just big handfuls and straight into the mouth.
Yeah. Alisha, what was the familiarity, though, with the movie from the 1996 and the musical before being cast? Was it all new to you when you auditioned, or did you know a little bit about it?
Before I auditioned, I hadn't seen this stage musical. After I finished filming, I went to see it. But beforehand, I'd read the book in school, and I had also seen the movie. Even for me to hear that there was going to be a new Matilda was really exciting, and to get to know that I was going to be had the opportunity to audition for it was just so exciting. So I was familiar with it, but I hadn't seen the stage version.
Oh, absolutely. No, that's very well said. Question for both of you. Start with Charlie. I mean, you're acting in this movie. They're singing and dancing in this movie. There's a lot kind of in this. What was it like balancing the two, Charlie? Your acting scenes and your musical scenes? Was it difficult? Did you get a grasp of it a little bit, or?
Well, I'd done dancing and singing for quite a while, and I started to pick up acting, and all the rehearsals were really helpful because they were really well structured, and we worked with loads of great people, so that was also quite helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. Alisha, what about you specifically? Because I feel like, you know what you're signing up for. You know it's going to require a lot of this, but when you actually go and you start filming and you see all the amazing choreography and the amazing acting and everything, do you have kind of a plan to kind of balance both of them, specifically the music and the acting?
Well, as Charlie said, the rehearsals really, really helped. And any questions we had, everything was kind of gone through before we got to it. And before we even started filming, I'd gone through the script in so many different ways. If it was during like practicing the singing or practicing the lines. I'd gone through the script, so I'd already known it and I'd known the song. So the rehearsals really, really helped. Well, Matilda doesn't really do the dancing, like she's in the dance scene, but she's kind of always on the side, like overlooking it all. So when we did get to go to filming, I only did 8 weeks of it, so I didn't see much of the dancing. But when I did get to see it, was incredible, and all the kids were so talented.
Yeah, you have the easy job, right? But there's this huge Revolting Children sequence, and you're just going to check up on your newt. Which is awesome. And get back to you, Alisha. I mean, what's interesting about Matilda is she has a lot of interactions with a lot of characters in the movie and in the musical as well. And I find it interesting because for you as an actor, you got to work with a lot of incredible actors on this, with a lot of those, interactions with, the Wormwoods and Miss Trunchbull and everything. So what were some learning experiences for you, Alisha, working with a lot of these incredible actors on Matilda the Musical?
Well, it was so incredible to be working with so many amazing actors, because it was my first ever big film, and to be working with all these amazing actors it was a bit scary at the start. Going into it, I was a bit nervous because I hadn't done anything really like it before. I didn't know. It was kind of I was nervous for the unexpected because I didn't know what was going to happen, and I was coming from Ireland to England, so I didn't really know anything what was going on, but everyone made me feel really welcome. And one thing that I learned is just that there were so many people, although there was things that I didn't know about and I learned as I was going on, there were so many people there with so many jobs that I didn't know about. And when I first started, I thought they were all quizzing me, watching me, making sure I didn't mess up or anything. But then from watching all the other characters and everyone and all the adults and the kids as well, I just kind of figured that they weren't watching me. They were doing their job as well as I was doing and just trying to help me, which really helped. So I felt really comfortable, and Matthew, the director, made me feel like I had all day, even though I didn't, for my dialogue scenes, but I just felt really comfortable.
Absolutely. No, that's really well said. So Charlie, here's the thing. I don't think anyone's going to stop talking about Revolting Children. I don't think that sequence is ever going to go away. I think we can thank Netflix for that. I think we can thank TikTok. It's always going to be there. So let's chat about that a little bit. I mean, what can you tell me? I mean, that's some of the most incredible choreography we've ever seen from a viewer perspective. So what was that like? Being part of that, what can you tell me about that lengthwise? Anything we don't know about it? I just lay it all out there, please. I'm just curious about this.
Well, there was quite a lot of rehearsals for it, and because there's so many different there's different corridors, different classrooms, the outside shots, the inside shots. So we had to go through a lot of rehearsals to make everything perfect, so it all looked really good on camera. And there were so many talented choreographers that helped and were really helpful. And so many talented kids. So when it all went together, it all looked really good.
And, when you're doing it, I guess you're just focusing on just kind of doing it properly and everything. And then you're just not thinking about what the final product looks like. But it's out now. It's incredible. People are watching it. I mean, what's your kind of reaction to the global reception of that dance number, that number specifically, Charlie?
I think, it's kind of got what it deserves because it's such an incredible sequence. And everyone worked so hard, and even though it was tiring and it was hard work, we all had so much fun doing it.
Yeah.
And to see people's reactions is really nice because they're seeing all the hard work and what it took to make that incredible dance routine.
Yeah, it's one of those too. You have to go back and watch again because every time you watch it again, you miss some stuff, right? Because there's so much going on.
Yeah.
Which is really awesome. Alisha, is it starting to sink in a little bit that people are able to watch Matilda the Musical now Netflix worldwide? It's pretty crazy.
I feel I go into kind of two completely different worlds when I do this kind of thing. So if I do And like I was saying earlier about things that I didn't know that all of this part was involved, like after you finish filming and like the press and the premieres, like, and all the interviews. But I feel like when I talk about Matilda, I just go into like a completely different world. And then when I stop, I just go back to my classes and back to school. And like all my friends, they've all gone to see it and they really love it. But like they just see me as Alisha and like they're really excited, but it just for everyone to have seen it now is really kind of strange that they've been watching me, but I feel like they've been watching a completely different person.
Yeah.
And like when I watch it, I feel like I'm watching a completely different person and I'm watching like myself portraying a different character. So it doesn't feel like I'm watching myself.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Oh, absolutely. And it's streaming now worldwide on Netflix, and there's a lot going on. There's a lot of amazing music. Charlie, you've confirmed there's cake in Matilda the Musical. But no, it's streaming worldwide now on Netflix. Charlie, Alisha, thank you both so much for your time. It was so great chatting with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This has been Popternative, youtube.com/Popternative for previous episodes. Until next time, this is Charlie and Alisha, who you can catch on Matilda the Musical, streaming now worldwide on Netflix. And Peter Beats, signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.